Alright, we are live. Welcome on in. Hey, Caffeine, how's it going? I've just been talking for a while to no one. Yeah. There's a go live button. There's a go live button on YouTube. Let's see. Let's see if things work. Also, welcome on in. Happy Wednesday? How is the week half gone already? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It's madness. Okay, now it should be working. Everything is looking... Yeah, cool. Okay, cool. Cool. You know what? You get points for that. Let's add points. Caffeine. Do we have to do at caffeine fiend? Ooh, it auto-completes. There you go. Oh, I gotta change the name of the... Let me change the name of the command. There will be an adjustment period. There you go. Now it should work. That points, you're a frickin' wrong typed correctly. Plus? It's gotta be a plus? That's wild. It's absolutely wild if that's the case. Okay, cool. Caffeine now has Dan Arrow. Dan Arrow has gone multi-platform. It is not unified across platforms, but it is now multi-platform. But, welcome on in, everybody. If you're new here, thank you for being here. We are live on YouTube tonight. YouTube exclusively. We are not on Twitch. We're just trying this out. I wanted to see how the quality was, how things looked, how it worked. Just in case we're going to shift more Star Citizen content over here in the future. But tonight we are going to play some Star Citizen, so let's get that fired up. And principally, we're going to test out the newest ship. I mean, kind of newer than the Polaris. The Intrepid, which is an adorable little, almost like I'd almost call it like a runabout from Crusader. Testing out the Intrepid. Earn Dan Arrow by chatting occasionally. So we don't have raffles yet. What it's going to do is if you just type anything in chat occasionally, you will get Dan Arrow here. And it's every 10 minutes right now, which is way too short. I want to stretch that out. But I'm working on it. Essentially, YouTube does not have a way of pulling. Their API does not give you the list of users who are watching. They just don't, you don't get to have that. Which kind of makes sense given, like, what YouTube is. Alright, we're going to switch the music over. And then we should be good to go. And this will get smoother as we figure out how YouTube actually works. Do I have a volume button here? No, that's way too loud. That'll kill somebody. Where is volume button? There's no volume button here. There is absolutely... Oh no, there's a volume button. Crazy, but it's at the bottom of the screen. With a bunch of, like, shuffle options and things. Who would have thought? Anything occasionally? Yes. Anything at all. You could just type potato every 9 minutes, and it would 100% count. Is that music too loud? Not loud enough? Or just right? Okay, tilapia burritos. Somebody's talking about tilapia burritos in chat. Yes, they are. I have bribed them, and they are still being noisy. Other than turning them into chicken nuggets, there's not much I can do about that. I might close the door entirely. Music is background level? Cool. Alright. Yeah, they just got out. They just got a bunch of treats. Hey, Gwen, how's it going? Welcome on in. Oh, look, there's a welcome message. Yeah, thank you for the lurk. Dan Arrow is multi-platform. Oh, and it's not case sensitive. That's cool. So you get Dan Arrow by just chatting occasionally. That is it. We're going to figure out raffles. We're going to make it work. So that we have YouTube exclusively as an option. You know, we don't have to do YouTube exclusively, but I wanted to see how it worked. I wanted to try it out. So here we are. Alright, let's get our Intrepid out. I should only own one Intrepid, but I think I have one because I'm a subscriber. And they just said, thanks for the alert, Gwen. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Okay. This is perfect Deliveries music. I don't see how this doesn't work at all. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming? No. It looks smooth. We'll see how it goes. Or maybe elevators just won't work. That's also a strong possibility. Welcome to Star Citizen. This one looks like it's working. We'll make this one go. We'll make this one go. Alright, come on. If it pleases the crown, I would like to take an elevator to get my ship. I know that's a lot to ask. This is a perfectly functioning game without any bugs, and 1.0 is clearly on the roadmap any day now, gonna happen. Hey, look, this elevator worked. We just had to try 3 of them. Okay, that's fine. That is totally fine. We'll work with it. Yeah, the birds are noisy. I don't really know why. And Aurora is just feeling real sorry for herself, apparently. You didn't tweet a live notification? That is true. Yes, we're apparently we are figuring out multiple things. Here, let me share that while we're here. Oh! Well, before when I've been restreaming, it automatically goes to Twitter, and at least puts, like, it puts a live stream out there that I don't think anyone really watches. But it does at least tell people that you're live, and you, like, look different when you do it. That and Twitter, as far as I understand, is going to increasing... Music is good? Thank you, Gwen. Yeah, I think it's at an acceptable level. Chicken nuggets there. So, oh, you're eating chicken nuggets, or we're going to make them into chicken nuggets? It's a possibility. We won't really make them into chicken nuggets. They're just extra today. They've both been out. Lux got out, and we did the little dance where he doesn't want to go into his house again. Alright, so this is the Intrepid. It has less doors, at least to get to the cockpit, than other Crusader ships. We got a nice little mess hall, not mess hall, just like a living area, which is very cozy. It comes with the required shoilet. Poor burps. No, they're good. And Aurora got to come out, she got to come out to the living room and be a holy terror for a while. And just be a pain. And then we've got these 2 interesting little cargo doors, which you can actually get inside. Here, we'll just crawl inside of this cargo area. Yeah, or you can crouch. And these both separately lower to the ground, which is kind of cool. I'm curious to see how well they work doing deliveries, because really the thing that this ship is actually good at, based on how it's set up, is doing deliveries, and I don't think a lot else. So, Caffeine or Gwen, do you guys see any buffering? It is warning me about buffering, and I'm not seeing it. I think that might just be YouTube being weird. Deliveries with a small bang. It's like an adequate bang, if it pleases the crown. Exactly. Alright. Sticks. Oh, engines. You have to turn your engines... Wait, were my engines on? Engines are on now. We have... Okay. We don't have dead sticks, we just had... I don't know, maybe it's got a weirdly low amount of upthrust? but it worked now. Haven't seen any stream quality issues. Thank you, Caffeine. Oh! My up and down strafe are reversed. Okay, that's why. And that's why I almost just shot myself into the station. 1 second while I hop into options and fix those. And probably get murdered while I'm doing this, but hey. I like to live dangerously. For some reason, sometimes when my computer reboots, this is just a thing that happens. Couldn't tell you why. Okay, now they're going... I've heard that inverted is bad. No, inverted is great. We like to be inverted. So it is... decently... I mean, it's more agile than the Ares, which is kind of what it looks like. I feel like it is. But it's got an interior. Okay, cool. Let's grab a contract and let's just actually test it out by doing the thing that apparently is kind of all this ship is made to do. Local delivery route. Oh, we're in ArcCorp. That's okay. Nothing wrong with ArcCorp. Okay, we gotta go to 048 on Walla. There we go. Alright. To Quantum. Oh, no, I don't know why the sticks do that. I'd like to have it so it doesn't... I don't know, maybe I can save that as a setting, but I don't feel like it's always consistent. It kind of flips back and forth as to whether I need to invert certain angles or not. Like, usually it's forward and backwards thrust, and then strafe and roll. It's never pitch and yaw. And it's never side strafe. Never needs it. So, I don't know. Make that make sense. It doesn't. But yeah. You can save settings or commands to run at start in one of the files. Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't... I don't always know which ones get inverted. Like, it's not consistent. So I kind of just have to... Like, if I know my computer's rebooted, I will jump into Arena Commander and zip around a little bit. And I thought I did that earlier today, but apparently I was doing racing, and apparently I just wasn't strafing or something. Didn't notice it. It is perfectly zippy, comparable to the Mustang or the Aurora, I'd say. Alright. Which is cool, because it's got more of an interior than either of those. I'm going to close that door. Aurora is about to lose her looking at the living room privileges on account of being an absolute fiend. But yeah, if you guys hear squawking in the background, that is just my my bird expressing opinions. And we can land better than that. We can land... Oh! The doorway is over there. We're just gonna weirdly strafe over this outpost. Ooh, somebody's got their Constellate... No. Yeah, it's a Constellation parked over there. Very cool. Also, one of my favorite ships. I milted some pledges recently to get a... Oh no, that's a... Nope, that's not a good landing spot. I milted some pledges recently to get my Constellation back because they nerfed the Corsair in a very rude way. And I don't know, I might make a YouTube video about that just because I'm so annoyed by it, but for now, I am occasionally back to flying a Connie. Because I don't like having pilot guns taken away from me for no good reason. There we go. Okay. Door works. Hey, welcome on in, Cinerev. How's it going? Yeah, We are on YouTube today, but there is still Dan Arrow, so nobody is missing out on points. These are different points, and they don't yet buy tickets, but they will. Tonight, I just wanted to make sure that the basic process of, like, they accumulate, and you can see them, and you can check your balance, like, basic stuff like that would work. I hate change. Well, we did a change. I'm sorry. We did the thing you hate. Just trying something different. Seeing what YouTube is like to stream on. The next YouTube stream we do, I might mess with quality settings some, because the other cool thing about YouTube is we can, and I can't go too crazy because I have mediocre internet, but hypothetically, a YouTube stream can be way higher quality than a Twitch stream. Do I have a tractor beam? Yes, I do. Let me hold my tractor beam. Would like to hold my tractor beam. Holster consumable. Okay. Alright. I meant to crouch, not throw myself to the ground. Okay. Maybe we'll just come in through the ramp and then put it on the thing. For some reason, I cannot get my tractor beam out, and I know that keybind did not change. And close. Will you auto-open door? Cool. I heard that there was some snapping added to cargo grids for small boxes. I'm not seeing it yet. Oh, it's not letting me take my tractor beam out because I'm in an armistice zone? That's stupid. Let's close the door and see if this thing goes flying out. Or if the cargo grid works. We'll find out. I think maybe to get around that... Oh, we're going to be moving boxes. Moving boxes is what we are here for today. Hold on one second. I'm going to close my bedroom door. And we're back. Let's get the engines turned on. And run into a light pole. It's fine. Only the very best piloting is going to occur here. The engines have a nice whine to them. Okay. And then we've got... Let me look at the mission again. Because we might have some where we need to, like, drop... Oh, we dropped them all off at 061 on Walla. Okay, we should have started on Lyria, but too late for that now. Okay, we need to go to a different mining outpost now. Not the drop-off. Not the one on Lyria, so it will be this one. Even though it is not telling me that there's an outpost there, it's just telling me pick up package, but it's letting me calibrate, so we know that's where we're supposed to be going. I mean, the loose box hasn't blown up my ship yet, so I guess that's good. It is kind of asymmetrical. I don't... I don't hate it. A lot of people were mad about this ship, and I kind of don't understand why. Maybe because it's the internet, and being mad about stuff is just what you do, but I like it. I'm just wondering if the price point makes sense. Like not in-game, because that hasn't been established yet. But I want to say it's like 60 or... No, I think it's like $65 or $70 in a package. I don't remember how much it is as a standalone ship. I'd have to double check. Might be off on that. I'm annoyed. Yeah, in general, yes. Yes, very much. Especially when some of those... I sort of get the argument when it's an old ship that hasn't been released, and that ship would require a lot of other teams, other than the ship design teams, to make it work. But there are some ships, and I think I listed out some of them in the Peregrine video that I made. There's some ships that would require a lot of other work to do, like the Endeavor. That is not something you can just crank out, because that is a whole lot of new systems. But then there's ships that really don't have any novel stuff. I actually think that maybe this should be cheaper than the Titan. By like $5. Because I feel like the Titan has an edge on this in combat. And combat is just such a central gameplay loop. Exactly, yeah. Well, the executive transport ones, I mean, those, we don't have passenger transport yet. So they've built themselves into a corner where a lot of things that they're supposed to release would require a lot of work. But then there's ships that wouldn't require any work, like not any, but any... Like the hull B and the hull A and the hull D, all of those, well, we have the hull A, but the hull B and the hull D, those we have the technology for, 100%, stuff like that. It's just a matter of, I don't know if it's funding or, the marketing department. They can give us, no, the 890 doesn't, I mean, it kind of has a purpose, it's big, but it doesn't actually have the purpose that it's supposed to do. It's just a neat thing to look at and say, I have an 890. Which I don't really like that much, because I don't even think Origin ships look that cool. There, I said it. Drake is best, Crusader second best. I like the Crusader, it has a sort of futuristic, I don't know, cool triangles and doors and neat stuff. And Drake just looks cool and scrappy, But Origin just looks like, I don't know, it's like boring BMW of ships. Maybe maybe a different boring car brand. The Carrack, no, I don't think the Carrack has a purpose. Any non-combat. Well, I mean, you can do mining. Can I take out my tractor beam now? If it pleases the crown, I would like to take out my tractor beam. I'm on the pad. I'm supposed to be able to take my tractor beam out here to move cargo. Fine, I'll kick it. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, well, I don't want to leave this where the door goes, so... Here, I'll just crawl in here. This makes sense. There we go. Okay, what am I... Okay, I can take my tractor beam out. Will you snap? Will you snap to the grid? Yes, you will. Okay, thank you. That just phased through the ship. Son of a... Alright, we gotta get out now. Our package is loose. You should not be asking the crown the UE has a president. I still like asking the crown. It had an imperator not that long ago. And isn't that very crown-like? Okay. We're gonna set this box here. We're going to open the door. It is annoying that you can't use your tractor beam at an outpost unless you're on the landing pad, because of the way the Armistice Zone interacts with things. That's just weird. There's no reason for that. That doesn't... I don't see how that makes anything safer. Ah! I can use stairs. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we need to go to Lyria and pick up the third package, and then we turn around and go back to Walla. Nope, not precision targeting mode. Alright. Engines on. Then we need to turn around, come back to Walla, go to a third outpost, and that's where we're going to drop all this crap off at. Put the landing gear up. Alright. So many trips. It is so many trips. It's just going to be nothing but trips back and forth. Because that is what deliveries are. But like that's genuinely what this ship is able to do, or what this ship I think is supposed to be kind of specialized into doing. So I think to give it an honest try, we almost have to do deliveries. Because we can do combat with it, but it's got... I think the main gun is the same size as the Avenger Titan, but it doesn't have the two little guns, so it's just weaker. Its missiles, I think we have 2 size 1 missiles, which is not nothing, but it's about as close as you could get to nothing without only having 1 missile. Which would be worse. So, we'll take what we can get. Alright, this time we'll put it on the pad so we can use the tractor beam straight away. And use the handy-dandy drop-down cargo bay. Which is kinda, I think, the selling point on this ship. It's kind of the thing that it has. Alright, not me overshooting the landing zone drastically. Oh, somebody parked their Freelancer Max really badly. You can't just leave your Freelancer floating there, my dude. That is illegal. I said so. Right now. And we'll scoot a little bit forward. Don't fall on me, Freelancer. Alright. Let's go grab package number 3. Is there a way to lock this door in position? There's a lock button, but I don't think that locks it in position. I think... Well, we'll find out. Nah, it definitely doesn't lock it in position. I think it just... Ah, it doesn't do anything. Okay. That is a cosmetic locking button. So you can get that sense of security. I think maybe if you're in that room, it's supposed to not let people in. But, yeah, I don't think you can lock doors right that. Like, yeah, well, you know, we had to try. There's a button there. If they're gonna give me a button, I'm gonna push it. It wouldn't be much of a review if we didn't. Okay, it's in this building. And through the airlock. Airlocks are working decently today. It appears to just be elevators that are problematic. Buttons are designed to be pressed. They are. Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. Like, if you're gonna give me a button, I want it to do something, and I'm going to push it. I'm gonna find out what it does. Alright, back to the Intrepid. And this will be our last box, and then we can start turning them in. I guess the other downside, given that we're going to have to run into a building to turn them in, like, the cargo bay almost becomes less convenient at that point. Because we'd either have to raise and lower it every time, which I guess we can do, but it's kind of unsafe, given that just anybody walking by can grab stuff, and I'm pretty certain it's not a crime stat to just steal somebody's packages. Things that are actual crimes in Star Citizen tend to be more random, or you gotta do much worse things. Like assault someone or blow up their ship or steal their ship. To be fair, I haven't really tried out package theft. Okay. And now we go back to, I think, Lyria. I think we're on Walla now. But that should be the third one. Goodbye, confused freelancer floating in the air. I hope that life gets better for you. Oh, we were already in nav mode. Alright, we were in nav flight, now we're back to nav quantum. Give it a second to calibrate, and we're off. Headed to Walla. Oh, I thought we had to drop these all off in one place. No, we have to drop we get to drop them off in 3 different places. Okay. I just wasn't reading far enough down on the mission text. Okay. That's a lot of flying around for one delivery mission, but we committed to do it, so we're gonna do it. Let's see, what else came out during IAE? I mean, the Polaris, but that's, So I really gave the Polaris one very solid try so far, other than a couple sessions of me just logging in and messing around with it. Excuse me. I've taken it out with a crew once. It seems cool. Like, it definitely seems like a powerful ship. I mean, we were able to complete, like, VHRTs and ERTs pretty easily with it. But the torpedoes, it kind of... They sort of follow the same issues that missiles have now. Which, on a given day, like, it's not even, hey, this is a bad patch for torpedoes. Okay, we're dropping off package 464289, okay. It really depends on whether missiles are... on whether missiles are working or not is going to determine whether you have a fun time or not with the Polaris. At least as far as the torpedoes are concerned. And the answer to that was that it was not a fun time when we tried it out. Missiles just weren't tracking at all. So we would fire like 4 missiles at something, or 4 torpedoes, and they would, instead of flying at the target, just kind of fly out every which way in a mostly nonsensical fashion. Which was not awesome. Alright, we want package 4869. Please open door. Okay. Why don't I get package numbers right now? Okay, we'll try dropping the cargo. Do I have a button in here? I thought I did. No, I gotta push the button now. Oh, there it is. Open. Whee! Okay. It is definitely one of these boxes. We just don't know which box it is. Maybe if... I kind of thought if I carried the box away a few feet, maybe I would get a marker. Oh, hey, this happens to be... Okay, this says it's package 464289. We had a 1 in 3 shot, and we got it. How very exciting. We will now do the box trudge and take it to this building. But yeah, how's everybody's Wednesday going so far? Hope it's good. This week has gone weirdly quickly for me. Like, I don't really know where the week went. I've got a lot of stuff to do at work this week, and it just kind of went very expeditiously. Hello, cool t-shirt guy. Okay. Drop off. And place. It's been okay. I'm having a root beer float. Root beer floats are good. What did I have? I got myself a convenience store coffee before we started streaming. Because I just said, treat yourself. So that's what I did. I got a convenience store coffee and convenience store chicken strips. The chicken strips were not a great decision. They were, at best, adequate. And, you know, I just have to live with that. Okay. Stairs. I mean, it's not too hard to get in and out of. You basically have 2 doors, but, you know, because you got the ramp, or the stairs door, but that opens automatically with the ramp. And then you've got the door to the cockpit. That's not more than, like, the cutter. At the same time, it kind of would have been cool if they gave it a ladder to the cockpit. Just like the Titan has. But it doesn't really need it, because it's not like you can clog, or at least not by using the default cargo grid. You can't really clog your path to the cockpit. You would have to put things in the hallway in a really weird way to do that, and, like, why would you do that? Wouldn't really make sense. But still, sometimes when you park funny, it can be nice to have that ladder to get in. Not that I'm ever bad at parking. I always park perfectly. But for other people, you know. I'm not hating this new music. Some of it is better than others, but I haven't really listened to every single track yet. Okay, package 968174. Let's see if it will let us, What's wrong with the music? It's fine. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I kind of just want to go through and find more tracks eventually. But I went with music from a different place because this is licensed from YouTube and has a bit more variety in certain areas. That the previous one I was using did not have. Because with YouTube, we have to actually be good about using copyrighted music. We can't just We can't just do what we want and then say, "Oh, I didn't know that was wrong," because they will spank you in an automated fashion for doing that. All right, package ending in 174. And once again, we have unlabeled packages, so we're gonna pick a random one, and we're gonna see if this is the correct package. It's like a fun delivery minigame that you can play with your new Intrepid. You don't have to have an Intrepid to have markers not show up, but at least you'll know that you have markers not showing up in style. I don't know. What package is that? 968174. That is the second correct guess. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty good. I'm not saying I'm the best space delivery man that ever flew, but I'm up there, I think. Okay, cool. We parked at the right building. I'm just saying that if I were a space UPS man, I could hustle a little better with a package. I mean, I'd be running around like a contracted Amazon delivery driver in inhumane work conditions. Because that's how they live their lives. Oh, that's weird. It just said chat disconnected, and then it reconnected. But it also says excellent connection. You're crazy, YouTube. I don't know what you're doing, but keep on doing it. Okay, one more box. Delivery workers. Delivery workers have a very rough job. And it's worse when it gets turned into a gig economy thing like Amazon does. But Amazon is a small, struggling company, and we should all appreciate that, you know, they have to take advantage of workers and the small businesses that do their deliveries in order to survive. You know, we need to be more understanding. Alright, engines on. Caffeine, did you see the news, Caffeine or a center of anybody watching, do you guys see the news of what happened in New York this morning? Speaking of political things that I shouldn't talk about on stream. That was wild. A health insurance CEO got shot at like 6:47 a.m. Sad. Yeah, I would say that I'd love to offer my condolences, but I think they're out of network. Why can't I quantum? Oh, I'm not far enough out of atmosphere. I also wonder, United Healthcare is not only the highest rate of denials for pre-existing conditions in the industry, or the highest rate of denials in the industry, it is also more than double the average. And that, I watched the video. It is, like, that person, that was not random. Oh. Please give me my stick back, thank you. It reminds me of a proposal I had at one point to, greatly improve, moderately skilled. Like, the person knew what they were doing. They were familiar with the concept and knew how to operate the weapon, but they weren't... It's very interesting. I mean, I would say they're, like, roughly at, like, you know, my skill level. They weren't an operator. Like, they weren't great. But they knew what the suppressor would do. They knew they'd have to cycle it by hand. They weren't surprised by that. Super interesting. What is that? Oh, it's a Zeus. Alright, we're going to land on the pad and be greedy about it. Yeah, exactly. I have a proposal which I now realize would make a great, like, pulpy Amazon self-published book series, where we remove all legal protections from the, like, top 100 most wealthy people in the U.S. We don't say, hey, you cannot accumulate a smog-like amount of wealth, in great disproportion to any amount you'll ever need in real life. We just say, hey, if you want to do that, if anybody takes a run at you, it's not illegal. So in one single stroke, we disincentivize the accumulation of unrealistic and, honestly, inappropriate amounts of personal capital, and we give the disaffected youth something to do, and we probably put a lot of unemployed veterans to work. I think it's a great idea. It's sort of like a purge sort of thing, but it's just always happening. Yeah, and I realized today that, that would make a good, very badly written, because I'd be, I'm no professional author, but it could be entertaining. Alright, weird political side. Done. We are going to drop off this third package, and then we might try a low-level hauling mission. Because it can do those, too, up to 8 SCU. Could be a fun series. It could be. Yeah, exactly. I'd think almost like a Larry Correa sort of, in terms of pulpiness. Like, that would be the goal. Because I love him. And Monster Hunter International is one of my favorite things ever. Alright. Cool. We have completed the mission. Resolutions to tax wealth. Well, that's a far more realistic solution. Than my, what did I call it? I called it the Thunderdome policy or something. The Thunderdome solution. Okay. Close that. Alright, we have completed one mission for, I think, 9,000 credits. I still think the time versus reward ratio for deliveries is not great. I feel like we could have knocked out a couple... we definitely could have knocked out, at least one bunker during that time frame that pays better. It's just not quite there. Okay, let's see if we can find a low-level hauling mission, though. And we will give that a shot. I've got... Let's see, what do I have available? Medium is simply not going to happen. What about small? Extra small, 10. Interesting. So they just released this ship. I just wish delivery missions were simpler. Well, I'm fine with that for the higher tier ones, but they should pay more. That whole mission we just did, we're 40 minutes into the stream. No. Are we? Yeah, we're about 49 minutes. And we had some trouble at the beginning. Call it 40 minutes. 35 minutes, maybe. Freight elevator at Seraphim above Crusader. Freight elevator at... Okay. So most of these... Most of the small ones, we can't even do. We can do some of them. But it's not a... I mean, I don't want to go to 4 different places for 12,000. Where was that where we had to go to 2? I'd like to go to just 1. but a lot of them are like look at this one. This is 11 SCU, and we have 8 SCU of cargo. You would think they would maybe reduce the size of some of those little ones. There we go. To match up with the fact that they just released a ship with 8 SCU. But what do I know? Or, you know, it would be nice if they eventually gave us the option to filter them based on the ship that we're in. Why are you... Oh, okay. It's not asking me to go to OM6. It's just telling me that that is... Collect shipment, deliver shipment. Both of them are that way. So we do want to go to an OM and start getting ourselves turned around this planet. Alright, yeah, we're going to try this. We're going to collect... Where are we collecting it from? We're going to collect titanium from Bygenie Point. So we are going to go up to... Oh, okay, no, this is all in system. We just have to go to Bygenie Point, and then from there we take it down to the spaceport. So really, that's not so bad. Filters are only allowed in Excel. They need to take... you know... I've one topic I've thought about for a YouTube video is like easy ideas that Star Citizen should steal from EVE Online, and one of them is players being able to sell things to each other. And people make fun of EVE being a spreadsheet simulator, but honestly, the fact that a lot of its data is compatible, you can pull it out that way and have meaningful interaction with it, is actually, like, I think it's more of a feature than a bug. Because you don't have to. You know, you don't have to engage in that kind of gameplay. Like, there's plenty of stuff you can do in EVE that is not, you know, going to require you to, like, look at costs and stuff on a spreadsheet. But to a certain kind of player, the option is there, and I think that it is a good option to have. But no, I mean, the things that I would steal, I would take player-run markets, where you could buy and sell things to another player at any station, and just let the players populate the world with stuff for sale. That even if, like... whether it's looted or whether they are, you know, buying it from other stations and bringing it and selling it at a markup, let them figure it out. That's gameplay. And there is a whole, you know, pretty large category of players who would absolutely love that. Me being one of them. I would also steal some of EVE's subscription model. Because other than, you know, the pay-to-win type stuff, I think they've got a pretty good model in terms of no subscription or small subscription. Lets you get most of the, you know, a good chunk of gameplay. And then the bigger subscription just gives you sort of bookkeeping or, you know, like small... the kind of advantages that don't really save your life in a dogfight, they're just, like, nice stuff to have. Now, in EVE's case, it lets you fly additional ships. What I would do in Star Citizen is just have it, like, give you additional insurance. Because I think that if we changed the model, or if the model was changed so that you got more out of a subscription... without it being, like, a weird, unfair advantage. Like, all your guns do 50% more damage. Obviously, that would be very bad. We're supposed to deliver titanium to Riker Memorial Spaceport. We're in the wrong place. No, this is the right place. We're from the Bygenie to the spaceport. Okay. But I think if you change the incentives around for the developers to where, you know, the goal was not... tied to ship sales, you'd get more meaningful gameplay and less things like the Peregrine, where it's a moderate variant, and they mark it up, you know, and it turns into a $200 thing. And there was a third thing. Oh, exploration. I would add a rudimentary exploration where there's just random points of interest that you could scan down. With, like, moderately interesting things to do once you got there. Based on just... I haven't seen Sig talk that much about exploration. Especially after, confirming that, like, hey, this won't be 100 star systems, it's gonna be 5. The exploration ships need something to do, and that is a really good idea for both PvE content, and that's also content that could have emergent PvP, which is the cool kind. There could be some exploration sites that are very much keyed towards, hey, this is for one person or one person and a friend. And then some of them would be like, hey, this is a big objective. This is going to be an excuse to get your org together and come guard your explorers while they, do the actual going through the wrecks and stuff. But what do I know? I'm just a guy who played too much EVE Online and now plays too much Star Citizen. And also likes thinking about game design. Why aren't you on the grid? That's not... I don't feel like that's snapped. I didn't see the, I did not see the holographic image. Can we put it on the front? There's one more spot right here. Yes. Okay, that worked. Alright, we got 5 more boxes to move. Hopefully, they play nicely with the cargo grid. Because it seems like the back half of this starboard part of the cargo grid did not want to talk to that last box. Let's see if they want to talk to this one. No. Okay. Cool. That's going to be a problem. Because we have too many boxes. If the grid won't take them. Come on. Get out of there. Alright, let's see if they will. Also, I know that the music stopped. We'll get it going again here in a minute. Okay, this cargo grid is working. That's weird. It just said chat disconnected and reconnected again. But everything looks fine. Alright, let's see. There we go. Music going again. We're just doing general blues rock because I feel like that fits the delivery vibe. And, normally this would be where we have an ad break upcoming. We have no ad break upcoming now. Because we're on YouTube. Have you guys been shown any ads, though? I'd be curious. I think YouTube still does them. It's just not, like, a scheduled thing like Twitch does. But I am not sure if it does them during lives or not. Especially since I am not a YouTube partner. Cool, okay. Well, no ads is nice. Thank you for considering me a rounding error, YouTube. Alright, I think we're gonna fit this sixth box onto the port side cargo grid, but this leaves a conundrum over what to do about the starboard side, because things were not snapping to it a minute ago. I might try to, like, raise it up and then put it back down again. The grid is not... It's not super hard to get to, but it's not easy. Like, a little bit more clearance would have been really helpful. And we're in a relatively small hangar now. Like, I don't think it would have made it harder to fit into the hangar. Maybe they just didn't want to make it bigger. I mean, I get making it sleek, but I guess you could have just done that with the... Could have just made the landing gears go down a little further. That would not have hurt anything. Alright, let's see if this cargo grid is working now. Hello, cargo grid. Nope. Okay. We're going to put this cargo bay away, and then bring it back. Because if it doesn't work, try turning it off and back on again. Please? I swear it just flashed there for a moment and then went away. Okay, let's see if I can raise it with that box being technically loose. Okay, that worked. We might blow up and die. Blowing up and dying is a definite possibility right now. Because I think this third box back here... Well, let's close our ramp door. Also, welcome in. If you're just joining, we are trying some delivery and hauling missions with the Crusader Intrepid, just to see how well it works. Yeah, the box is in there, but it's not attached. Technically, it's just floating around, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Oh, hey, Empress, how's it going? Haha, good job, bot. Bot says, welcome, you have been awarded some Danero. You're doing great, bot. Why is my character... Okay, there we go. He was stumbling drunkenly in a weird direction. I don't know why. Oh. How is your Wednesday going, Empress? So, just a refresher. To get Danero on YouTube, you were just rewarded Danero. Bot dumb. Bot is doing his best. You're awarded Danero. You get some free Danero just for being here the first time. But then after that, you get Danero if you talk within the last 10 minutes. I'm working on extending that time frame. But the problem is YouTube. Twitch will supply like a list of everyone who's watching, and you can use that to do things. YouTube does not. So basically, if people are... I only see chat if I keep the full stream up, no partial minimizing. That's... Yeah, I'd like to move that up to 30 minutes. Because then I feel like every 30 minutes I could just be like, hey, if you're here, put a, you know, potato emoji in chat. And give like a little reminder. 10 minutes is too frequent. I can't expect that from people. They might be doing really important things, like, I don't know, playing Star Citizen, or playing Icarus, you know, just to pick a random game that someone may or may not be playing. Alright, let's go to Area 18. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll take a combat mission in this thing and see how it does. I think it'll be fine to take a VLRT. Or even probably an LRT. Okay, let's get the shipment dropped off. Thankfully, all of this is going from one place to another place. I wish I was gonna chill tonight and get sleep so I can play tomorrow. That's very smart. Also, if you want to play some Icarus tomorrow, I will probably be on. Caffeine, you would probably like Icarus. It is a fun little survival crafter. I would highly recommend it so far. We're gonna get... I think we can get Sue onto it. He's close. What am I flying? We are flying the Intrepid, the new Crusader starter ship. I'll do a little walk around when I land. Since we are doing a review, I think I probably would based on what you played. Oh yeah. Hello, may I have hangar? I would like hangar. Gateway granted, okay, but where? You say you have given me a hangar. Can I get a marker for it? Let's request again. Yeah, that request has already been granted. Yeah, but you're not telling me where it... Oh, wait, I see a marker. Oh, it's giving me a small hangar? Oh, because I don't live here, so it's not giving me the big hangar. That's why I was missing it. Okay. We're going to land this ship, and then we'll do a quick little tour. Hey, Caffeine, thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate it. You have a great evening, sir. And I don't know, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's what we do on YouTube, right? I don't think it really does anything. At least not liking the live. There we go. Okay. But it does tell me how many people have, which is cool. Alright, so it is a starter ship about the size of the Titan, but it only has one gun. It's a size 4 gun, and then 2 size 1 missiles. And then, so we got the cockpit. It is a single-person piloted ship. We've got this main corridor, and then one door in and out, which also opens this cute little ramp. We have a little habitation area right here. It's got like a couch where you can sit here and eat your food from your tubes, from your food dispensers, and then a bed, which is perfectly adequate. And of course, come on, open. There we've got a shoilet. You know, not a very comfortable looking shoilet. That is an oddly shaped... It's like they don't know what butts are shaped like. I don't know. Maybe in the future butts are shaped differently. And then if we... Yeah, it's a shoilet. It's a tower... Or, shower toilet. Just like an RV. And then back here, we've got 2 little cargo holders that you can actually drop to the ground. So if we come over here and push the cargo button, it lowers them to the same level as the landing gears. So you can access these from the ground or inside the ship. Space butts are different. Yeah, from all the zero gravity flying or something. So kind of a cool cargo loading system. I think the only downside at like loading the cargo onto it is not actually that easy. It's kind of a pain. It can be a little narrow. But the idea is neat. And very convenient. I don't know, like a slightly bigger one of these with space for a co-pilot. You could have somebody else like loading them on and off. Might be kind of nice. Would also be nice because you can get into the ship from the little cargo loader guys. You can sit on them and then flip a switch and it raises you up into the ship. Alright, we are just going to unload our titanium here. And then I think we'll take the Intrepid out after this and do, like a babies first PvE combat mission. Just to give it a shot. See how well it does. I think I kind of know how well it's going to do. Like, it's decently agile. It's got size 2 components. Or no, are they size 1? I think they might be size 1. Now I'm curious. Feel free to correct me if anybody knows, but I do think they might be size 1. Let's look real quick. Let's pull up Urkel. If it's size 1, then, I mean, that's not inherently bad. Like, most fighters and smaller ships are like that. The downside with this ship is it does have some pretty big cross-sections from certain angles. Alright. Crusader, Intrepid. All size 1 components. And it only has a single shield. So that's actually pretty anemic. Gosh. I mean, I guess I get that you don't want to give it the same size components as, like, the Cutlass, because it's definitely a tier below that. But maybe having 2 shields would have been nice. Especially since you only have 1 gun. I think the idea is this isn't supposed to be a, you know, like, specializing in combat type ship. But at the same time, this is selling for more than an Avenger Titan sells for. So, you know, I don't expect it to do everything better than an Avenger Titan, but I feel like that's just a little light. Okay, yes, confirm. We want to complete the mission. Yes, give me the mission. Also, apparently once I closed my bedroom door, the birds calmed down. Aurora just couldn't be trusted with hearing me tonight. It was making her go a little crazy that I was talking to y'all and not giving her attention. Alright, so now we're going to try a combat mission with it, because I feel like that will be... You know, that's sort of the trifecta of things you can actually do with this ship. I think it's mostly built around deliveries and light cargo missions. And then combat is definitely secondary. And then, you know, the thing about a starter ship is you can still use it for all of the other sort of incidental things, like... You could fly around in this and go to bunkers, and you could bring a friend with you to go to bunkers in. But either way, you'd still be better off doing it in a C8R if you wanted a dedicated bunker ship. And you'd want something else in case you wanted to bring a vehicle, so it would be just okay for that. There's nothing really about it that would make it particularly good at running bunkers. Alright, let's get out of atmosphere. And then we'll grab a mission. And we will see if we get exploded, or if the Intrepid can do okay in space combat. Or combat in general. We are in ArcCorp, so we might get some, or pretty much all of the bounty contracts here are like in atmosphere on the moons. Okay. This guy is Good Times Temple at Walla. VLRT should be easy peasy. We'll set a route. I mean, like, I've been playing so much Icarus lately, just not playing it. I almost feel like I'm cheating. Like, what am I doing flying spaceships when I could be fighting horses and bears? Excuse me. And productively crafting things. For the betterment of our shared facilities. Okay. Set ourselves a... Alright, I'm going to test something with the video quality. Empress, let me know if it becomes a bit smoother here in a bit. I'll be there later, I know. Oh, that didn't seem to save. Do we need to restart the... I mean, I'm not going to restart the stream. I mean, I turned the bitrate up. Feel like that should have raised the amount that is... We'll see. Once we start moving around more. Here, let me click over to stream health. There we go. Stream settings. Yeah, nothing there. Okay. And it doesn't... I think maybe that's something I have to adjust in between streams. But we should be able to push more bitrate up to YouTube than we do Twitch, which ideally will give us some better graphics quality. Oh, I would like this to be target status. Target status. There we go. Alright, where'd he go? Oh hey, it would probably help if we're in SCM mode. Alright, and we will begin firing our one single gun at this man. Let's see, let's put power to weapons as much as we can. I can't tell if this is the target or not, because they're not displaying names. So, he is the target now, I guess. It is kind of fun having one gun. Just blapping him. And it is kind of fun that it's, like, right next to your head. It feels... It definitely makes it feel like a baby Ares. Like the Ares Ion or the Ares Inferno. It's like the kid brother version of one of those. Alright, we've got his shields down. On the phone tonight, so it doesn't look bad anyways. Oh, well, thank you for viewing on your phone. Come here, friend. I do think the NPCs / the server appear to be struggling a bit, because this guy isn't really even trying to shoot back that much. We are basically conducting Argo abuse right now. But that's okay. Oh, well, is he soft-deathed? He's struggling. Although it's hard to say how much of that is the servers making the NPC pathing work badly, and how much is us shooting parts off his ship. And now he's just wandering away. Come here. Love the way there was an eagle sound effect just in the middle of this instrumental blues rock song. That was grand. Alright, we'll try to get up close to him. He didn't have a lot of shields, but he is tanky. I think this might be a raft. For a second I thought it was a mole, but I don't think it's quite big enough to be a mole. Alright, well now he's just decided to not move and get shot at. Thrilling PvE combat occurring here. Maybe he'll shoot back at me. That would be exciting. Or maybe he'll just putter around. Sort of lackadaisically. Oh my lord. Yeah, this gun does not apparently do a ton of damage, or he's just a very tanky raft. Possibly both. There we go. Who's this guy? Oh no, it's an Aurora. I'm hosed. Truly only the most meta of the, ship-to-ship brawlers has been brought out by the NPCs today. Where'd he go? Did he desync? Oh, he desynced. Is he shooting at me? Or is he hitting the ground? I see him just spinning wild. Oh no, he's shooting. Cool! We have an NPC with a little bit of life in him. Can't handle the Aurora, I know. This is where it ends. Okay, he just desynced again. He is one of those good magical spaceship engines that lets him just teleport around. Oh, he did it again. Okay. And again. That is wild. Oh, he just shot me. He just teleported away and shot me. Very uncool, Mr. Aurora. Alright, that was just him jousting with me. Nope, nope, there's some desync again. Alright, we got through his shields, and we've blown off one set of wings. Alright, apparently the Aurora doesn't easily beat us in a turn rate fight. That's not so bad. And we completed the contract. So this thing can do... I mean, it wasn't really a great test. Because the NPCs weren't really fighting back very hard. So I'd be curious to try a low-level combat mission again with the Intrepid. When I'm on a server that is running a little better as far as NPC AI. But overall, I would say it's a good ship. I enjoy it. I'm not sure Who would I recommend this for? I would recommend it for somebody who wants to play but really wants to focus on non-combat stuff and wants, likes the aesthetic. Maybe someone who thinks they might do a bunch of deliveries and wants something that can get around doing that easily. Wouldn't recommend it for anyone who wants to do PvP. I think the Mustang, the Titan, even the Aurora are probably all better for that. And the problem is, because it's like $65 or $70 to pledge, you're getting up there, you're already spending more than the base, so if you're gonna do that, you could go $25 more and get a Cutlass. Which I get is how they upsell you. It's like, hey, you could get this somewhat cooler thing for only a few more dollars. But in this case, it's true. The Cutlass can do all of the... We just skidded across the ground a little bit there. We're just a little bit damaged. The Cutlass can do all of the good stuff this can do, but better. And the Titan can do the combat stuff this can do, but better. Really, the advantage that this thing has is easy access for deliveries and Crusader styling. But I think we've given it a good shot. We're probably going to call it there for tonight and have a relatively shorter stream. We'll be back Saturday, probably on Twitch, probably playing Icarus again. Keep an eye on Discord or Twitter if you want to see the details on that. Thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate it. You should have more Dan Arrow now than when you started. Actually, if anybody's paying attention, if you want to do !Dan Arrow and see if it is awarding points properly, I would greatly appreciate that. Oh yeah, we're just missing a big hunk of that wing. But I think I can check it also offline. We'll be working on getting raffles and other stuff moved over to the YouTube format so that is an option there. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it. Have a great night. I appreciate everybody hanging out, even though this is a different platform and things are a little bit different. And yeah, we'll be back Saturday, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.